Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. We live. We live. Good morning. Good evening. Good afternoon. Whatever time you are listening to this, watching this. Hope y'all in there with the live with us. This is the Group Chat Podcast. I'm joined as always on the left. My brother standing in at 6'4", 225 pounds. Will is in the building. How we feeling?
Tired, but I'm here.
Oh man,
I
dad
am
life.
here.
Niggas is tired and still got to keep it moving. They got
Facts.
in the middle, standing in at 6'3", 215. Tony is here. How we feeling?
6'3", 215. I am.
These my
What wide
matter
receiver
receivers.
is that? What wide receiver is that?
That's
I'm
probably
Puka Nakua.
Puka is taller than I always forget. Like Puka is definitely taller than I think he is. For some reason, I always think Puka is like 5'11".
Is it because he's Polynesian? That's a you thing.
Probably. Like I just for some reason I never think he is as tall as he is. Now, I do this. I was hanging out with people yesterday, and there's all like everybody asking how tall do you think I am? How tall do you think I am? And I'm just like, look, all y'all are short for one.
Puka Nakua,
Secondly,
6'2", 212. God damn it, I'm on a roll. I'm on a roll.
but like I don't really observe height in the same way people do. Most of this shit just blends in together, and I'm looking at the top of everybody's head anyway. So like if you say like, hey yo, how tall I am, and it's like if you between 5 foot to 5'5", you basically the same height in my opinion. Like you got to be probably like 6'3" or taller before like I really start noticing like, all right, this nigga's kind of tall. This nigga's he close to me.
Works in a reverse too, I fear.
It's probably like, and so I just couldn't. I was trying to guess height, and I'm like, I'm not guessing nobody's fucking height, man. Y'all all short. This is just how the world works. Is that heightist? Am I allowed to say that?
Who gives a shit though? You know.
That's a fact. And I think there should be my last comment on height, and then we'll move on. I think you should control how much you raise your voice if you're under 6 feet tall. That's all I got. I think
Are you subbing your wife?
I think there should be a volume control. There's like, I think there should be volume control, man. Look, and that's not subbing her entirely.
No,
it's not meant for her. It could apply to
smack
her.
this shit out you.
Don't
involve us. Don't involve us.
Oh my gosh. It's like
we're gonna see that nigga next episode with sunglasses on. He got a black eye.
I left it. I was going to start today's episode. I was going to start the episode with what you call it. I was going to start the episode with my Four Loko because I still had one left over, but I was like, nah, let me chill out. This 7 in the morning.
Four Loko.
Oh no, brother.
Will said, hey, we you said you had one a few weeks ago, and you said that shit was low quality. Explain your Four Loko review real quick before we get into rap of the week. Explain your Four Loko.
What alcohol in the can is high quality?
The shit that say 14%. That's pretty high quality as far as I'm concerned.
I had one Four Loko like maybe a month ago, 3 weeks ago, whatever it was. Shit was ass, low budget, low quality. I probably called it low budget. I didn't call it low quality.
I think you're right. Yeah, I think low budget is what you described it as.
Yeah, that just made it some bullshit in the can.
They had to change. Did y'all ever have like the OG ones, the shit that they had to take off the shelves because it was like actually?
Nah.
Like I said, that was my first one
like
ever.
12,
I thought that was for the essays. I ain't gonna lie.
They got shit like
we wasn't drinking. Like I didn't even know black folks was drinking that. Like we thought that was for the essays.
Oh no, I can't speak for y'all, but I know here motherfuckers was definitely drinking Four Locos. Like I would hear war stories about Four Locos. I was like, I don't want to drink any of this shit.
The black motherfuckers where I was at wasn't drinking Four Loko. Like all the Hispanic women and people I knew, that was their shit though.
Nah, that's still my shit.
That was their shit. I mean, but that take me back to like not like when I didn't know Panda Express wasn't a real Chinese restaurant.
Oh, see,
It's very funny.
See, now we can't.
That's
Now
very
we can't
funny.
talk about low budget.
I know, but I'm saying though,
You
like,
wanna talk about low budget? Panda
did
some
I
low
ever tell
budget
that story?
shit.
Did I ever tell that story? Like, so when I first started, yeah, I remember like I was working at McDonald's and shit like that. So when I first started working, I was filling out a bunch of job applications. I don't even remember
Mickey
filling
D's
out an
legend.
application. Facts.
McDonald's Will is probably the greatest like nigga I've ever known in my life.
Y'all have never heard a more unhinged nigga ever. Like the shit Will cook. Like no bull. It's one of the greatest regrets of my life that I didn't find a way to record Xbox Live audio. I'm
Will
on this
and Jay
shit.
Levine Jr. are the same nigga.
Where I don't know who he
Shout
is
out to
today.
Jerry.
Shout out to Jerry though. Past tense. But,
hope he's doing well. Oh, shit,
but
see,
like,
y'all,
what
I'm
happened?
making videos in a minute. I got nervous. He said past tense. I was like, wait, and then I had to think back. This nigga was saying RP for years, and I was like, all right, cool.
No, I mean, past
They gave
tense
me a
is like
jump
we
scare.
weren't like he a different nigga today. So I don't know if we. The
Oh
same
yeah,
nigga
family
today.
man. That's right.
Shout out to
Yeah,
him.
he like. Like
But hold on,
pussy
so-
do to people.
So I was filling out 15, 16 or whatever, filling out all these job applications and shit. So I think I started working at McDonald's. And I had never been to Panda Express at this point at all. I think that's why I don't even remember filling out the application, but I remember getting a call or an email or something from Panda Express, and I was looking. I was like, what the fuck my black ass gonna be doing working at a Chinese restaurant? Like, like I'm thinking it's a real Chinese restaurant and shit. And then like I think a few years later, I finally go in there once, and I was like, oh shit, like they got niggas in here.
That's how you know Panda is not a real Chinese place, because real Chinese food don't employ anybody but their own. Like you see somebody.
No, that's false information because it's a real Chinese spot. They had a black dude at the counter taking orders and shit.
That nigga got lost. That
Yeah,
nigga went to the wrong job, and they just threw some shit on him and said, "Hey, yo, take order." We had at the one down the street from our place, there was a Middle Eastern girl. She was probably like young. She was probably in her 20s, like young 20s, and we walked in there, saw her, and was like, "Well, that's new." Dog, I don't understand it, but I just know they was dog cussing the fuck out of her, because there would be some shit, and you would just hear them going fucking crazy, and I'm just like, man, she getting yelled at as shit. She don't understand, and like they just angry as hell. I'm like, look, man, and they get it again. Like, I don't want to walk in and see, like, with all due respect, I don't want to see like walk into a white dude who's working at a Chinese spot. Like that shit's gonna be ass. Like I walk right the fuck back out the door.
That's like if I walk in a Mexican restaurant and like, see some Asians in the kitchen.
Like you turn your ass right back around. Like, nah, this ain't gonna be no shit. They gonna have.
I was about to
Got
make
myself.
a
Got
bad
myself.
joke. Shout out to the Asian community.
Love y'all, man.
I ain't say that.
Rapper of the week.
Shout out to you.
Rapper of the
Love the
week. I also
Asian
want to.
community, nigga. I listen to Wu-Tang all the time.
Shout out to the Asians. They don't fuck with us like that, but shout out to y'all.
Shout out to shout out to Muhammad Sanu and the rest of y'all niggas retiring 5 years after you stop playing. Rapper of the week. I'll start off this week. And I wanted to say, I forgot to say it last week, mainly because I was getting shit on for liking certain people. So shout out to a legend, a GOAT. Nas turned 52 last week as we were recording. So shout out to him. It's his birthday. And so I've been running back just a lot of Nas shit throughout the week. Which is great because it coincided again with like our 20-year conversation. Obviously, Nas had one of the longest careers in hip hop, one of the best discographies ever, like legend all accounts. His verse on Raekwon's album that came out was fucking crazy. Still elite rapping at that age. So shout out to Nas. All love. That's my rapper of the week. Been running a bunch of his shit.
Shout out to Nas. Rapper of the week should be Cardi B, right?
That's
Should it? I mean,
people is mad at that album for like reasons that I don't think regular people care about.
My rapper of the week is Cardi B.
Okay.
Amen.
Granted, I didn't listen to the album, but she put one out.
Wait, what? Hold on. She's just the rapper off the week off strength.
I respect it. I respect it. I do.
Who's your R&B of the week? Summer Walker, just off the strength.
Shout out to Summer Walker. She was looking at that Chris Brown show.
Oh, that nigga.
Hey, you saying that? We can
She
talk
might
about
be
that after the
R&B.
show.
She might be R&B singer of the week. Summer Walker. I don't know if she dropped it. I don't know the last song that she dropped or anything like that, but shout out to her.
Why you think I brought her up? Like I can listen to her music.
Deservedly so.
I ain't even.
God
she was
bless.
She's been at the tour, but we anything I plan with my wife or that she tries to plan, we don't show up on time, so we can get to see Summer Walker.
That was on purpose.
Could have been.
She ran the play.
This nigga performed for 3 hours. I'm gonna let Tony get his rap of the week, and then I want to recap a little bit of that. But
Tony rap of the week. Tony rap of the week is Summer Walker too. Fuck
it. Hey, WAP is on Cardi's album, so like Meg could make it too. Just saying.
The finesse is crazy with that one.
Nah,
but
man got here hugged up with a light skinned nigga. So shout out to her. Free Tory.
My rap of the week.
We live.
Rap of the week.
We gotta chill.
Yeah, we are live.
My rap of the week, bro.
Keep dog locked up.
My rap of the week, real quick, is Baby Smooth from Detroit. A lot of Midwest music for me lately, so that's my rap of the week.
Dope.
Shout out to Detroit. They produce a lot of dope artists, man.
That's a fact.
They produce a lot of dope art. Ain't that where BFB the Pac-Man from? Ain't that where he's from?
He's from Flint, but
from Michigan. He's from
enough.
Michigan.
Yeah.
I fuck with him.
Y'all just told me you don't know these niggas, and y'all just named like people. Anyway. Again,
we
was talking about the ass nigga. Yeah, we don't know the ass niggas.
You don't fucking.
I'm just saying, man. Look, I don't know.
I like how your new rappers stopped at like 2012, and then when we name rappers from 2018, you like, oh, these new niggas. Like, all right, my nigga,
I
sure.
Like Baby. I know. Like I said, I like Baby.
2017,
I like Corday,
2015,
like he acting like we naming 2023, 2024, 2025 artists.
You naming niggas that came out when old boy was president the first time. Like, come on, my nigga.
Hey man, look, it's the game is the game.
You ain't lying.
Like niggas try to rap. Hey, Darren Waller's funny as fuck. This nigga played professional football, got a contract, started to suck after the contract. I kind of respect it. Retired. Nigga went and tried to rap, said this is dumb, and went back to playing football.
I mean, don't forget Mary and Kelsey Plum in the midst of it.
Yeah, it's just like
you can't leave that out.
And divorcing Kelsey Plum in the midst of it.
It's
facts.
Life is crazy. What about this Chris Brown show, Justin? What was the joy? What was the heartbreak?
And why your wife make you miss Summer Walker? Call her in there.
Cause she's late to everything, and so that's just the play. She's late to everything. And it was. I'm gonna get in trouble for this because I'm like, as we're driving in there, she's like, "Oh, it's cool." Like I wasn't like really tripping on seeing someone walk at that hurt anyway. So we still go see Chris. I'm just like, "Hey, yo, this for my birthday, ain't it?" So like, why is the decision on who we miss for you? And like, I'm not even the birthday nigga. Where I'm like, oh no, it's like it's my day. We do what I want. I was just like, I think I should have had to say, but nevertheless, I don't know how many other people on planet Earth can put on a 3-hour show, which is what Chris Brown is doing on this tour. Now, some of that is it's in total, he performs for like a little over 3 hours, and there's like these 3 5-minute breaks where he goes to change clothes. This nigga, like when he plays this video where it's like it shows you just like he's been relevant and famous and singing forever. But like it's a trip when you like see 16-year-old Chris Brown in this video and he's playing through like the whole basically his life in the spotlight, right? And he's putting everything out there. He's putting in this video, there's the Rihanna stuff, there's the going to jail, like all of it, good, bad, otherwise. He does a really fucking good job too he obviously picks his spots when he's singing and doing like really creative shit, dancing. Also, this nigga was flying around Petco. I'm just like, God bless you, my nigga. I couldn't do that shit. This nigga landed on the fucking left field pole, and he does a really good job too of the songs that you just know. Like, he can't sing anymore because he's just 20 years older from when they came out. Like, Yo, Excuse Me, Miss, for example, he doesn't have that anymore. He's just older. He's done other stuff, and so that range is no longer there. But he does a really fucking good job of like singing like his former self, if that makes sense. Like, when you try to sing a song, it's like you try to sound like that person. Like, he does a very good job as a 36-year-old Chris Brown singing like a 6-year-old Chris Brown, even though that range is no longer there for him. It also, and maybe this is just my brain's fucked up, about halfway through that show, you see the reaction, and the show is 85% women, like, which is expected. It's Chris Brown show. It made me think about halfway through that shit. I was like, gangbanging has to be the dumbest fucking activity in the world. Why, like, somebody like Chris, who has control over an entire gender, like, why you'd ever want to go do that other shit is beyond me. Like, my nigga, you rich, you can sing, women fucking love. Like, what in your brain like crossed and you was like, I gotta let these niggas know I ain't a bitch? And I'm like, no, you don't. Like, you just don't. Like, you could just be the R&B nigga. And I'm like, I started thinking back too, is like, is he singing and doing all these songs and he's going through like the real slow part of the show? I'm just like, man, I know what you said to Quavo last year. And I'm like, this can't be, like, it's really two different, like, it's multiple, like, split personality Chris Browns. And I'm just like, fucking legend. But I'm just
Yes.
like, this nigga is literally, I'm just like, yo, you was like several different people inside that one body. I'm like, something is, again, just how it all works. But the show is crazy. The stuff he does, he obviously, like, he calls the girls on stage, whatever, they all go fucking crazy. He's flying around Petco. He's dancing with fucking robots. Like, and again, just 3 hours of music. And it's, you realize just like how many hits he's been a part of, where he's got shit that just, there's shit he just does, like, he just lets the DJ play. And I'm just like,
what's the energy if that's your girl on stage with Breezy?
oh, it would never happen.
I was thinking about that.
Hypothetically speaking, no, I'm saying no, listen. I know I'm not talking about what your wife actually said. I'm saying hypothetically speaking, what's the energy?
I will, if we do this, I'm gonna tell you right now. Fair. I will only ask, or I will only answer if we say we all answer the question. If hypothetically it's your girl on stage, all three of us gonna answer?
Yeah, we can answer. I'm with it.
All right, bet. I'm driving home. She gonna have to Uber or find another ride home.
What you doing if Chris Brown drop off though? Because now you done put yourself in this predicament by leaving her. So now she ride home with Breezy. Now Breezy know where you live. Like, now how you feeling? How you feeling when you check your ring camera and you see the Maybach pull up?
Hey, we live, so I can't.
You see the door. You see the doors open for your regular car doors don't even open the same way.
What's more disrespectful, the Maybach or a stretch limousine? That nigga.
Your doors don't even open like this.
That nigga pull up in a stretch limousine.
Oh shit!
A stretch limousine may be more disrespectful in 2025.
I'd be bad on like double. I'm I ain't nobody sleeping in that bed tonight.
What you doing when you see what you doing when you see the Mercedes Pullman outside?
This nigga just keep naming off nice ass car. Damn.
You don't even know what that is. You gotta hit up Google.
You gotta hit up Google.
I'm like, gosh damn.
The boy had some bars in his career. So what's next?
I can't state the answer because it's something that either I'm getting tapped for or we get taken down for. So that's all I got on that one. That's all I got.
But you sticking to your stance of you leaving her there?
Oh, absolutely.
Or do the Mercedes Pullman make you kind of reconsider?
Fuck
Like
no,
maybe
what
I
color am
maybe I ain't gonna
with
leave
that
it
fucking
up.
car? What the fuck I'm gonna do with that? That shit. I had that
If
girl,
she
that shit.
when she get home and she's still your girl. And I'm not talking about your wife. We talk about, well, like I said, we talking
Like, no,
hypothetical.
the hypothetical girl, no. And I'm figuring out who's and in this hypothetical whose name is on the lease.
I don't know. You tell me. Both of y'all.
Because I'm changing locks. Like right then and there. I'm gonna take my ass
Damn,
right to Home Depot.
she can't get a lap dance, my nigga.
No.
she can't get a lap dance.
So
Not
you
from Chris
think?
Brown.
So now, why not from Breezy? Like you think it's
It
the
got-
same
it-
as if
it-
you went to the
if-
strip
if
club
the
and got
hy-
a lap dance?
In the hypothetical, is either gotta be either a male stripper or random and like someone employed to do that shit. Not that nigga. Nope.
A male stripper is probably gonna have on
Chris
her
Brown-
clothes. Breezy up there fully dressed.
Chris Brown's employed to do this.
Now Chris Brown is employed to dance and sing, and this nigga.
Your girl
just don't complain.
Your girl seen the tour all over the internet before he got to your city and bought tickets to say like, hopefully it's me. And then it turned out to be her. She knew it was a possibility when she bought the tickets.
Man, look.
So would you saying you would rather a male stripper like
I'd rather
than
male
Breezy?
stripper than Chris Brown.
So a naked man over a fully clothed man.
That's a wild way to put it. But
You know how much power that
You know how much
power
baby
this nigga
you know,
Breezy got for you to say
you
that?
want her to come back home smelling like baby oil?
He said that's better than cigarettes and money.
that part.
Man.
Oh fuck.
Shout out to
Hey,
Breezy,
that's getting
man.
clipped. Male stripper versus Chris
But
Brown.
as I think about this, my because Erica's going to see Chris Brown in a few weeks, but I'm like, she ain't gonna end up on that stage because she's too dark. But in the world where she would end up on that stage, I'm like, yeah, you owe me. I'm like, I got one in the tuck. It's like you got this off, so I got one saved up for myself, you know.
Two, because
That's
I know that
facts.
was a thing to defend Chris Brown slightly here, because I know that so Chris Brown colorism was trending literally before the show, and now again, people disliking Chris Brown as a person, cool. I ain't gonna defend the nigga's like character because again, we've seen all the shit that's happened in the last 20 years. There was, at least for us, there was a dark-skinned girl who went on stage for We Was Here in San Diego. I'm not going to defend everything else. I'm not going to act like I've obviously seen every single tour stop, but I know that's one of the things that's supposedly has been talked about and discussed. I will only speak from own experience, which it was a dark-skinned girl that went up for when he was in San Diego at Petco. And then I know Vegas, obviously, last night.
How many chicks did he dance on?
He just does the one. So he brings out so he flies from one stage to the other, also a trip. And then he just sits down, that shit turns red, and this nigga just starts going, all right, let's get a girl. And I'm like, nigga, you can't just
That nigga flying to your woman, dog.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
this is very funny. It's very funny.
And this nigga just be doing. I'm just like, bro, we get it. Like you Chris Brown, you can have any girl you want. Cool. Like, I get it.
We said, why you want mine?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, I saw this tweet before we left. It was like, bro, Chris still can get out of hoes. He almost 40. Like, this nigga just selfish. Like, yeah. Well, what you doing?
Saying Chris Brown can still get all the hoes is so crazy. Like, it's Chris Brown. Like, Chris Brown will get hoes to the day he died. Like,
that's a fact. Dog,
He's still Chris Brown.
There was a girl who was behind us. She was screaming her heart out, word for word, like, "Oh, he gonna hear me, he gonna pick me," and I'm like, "Bitch, we is too high up. He don't even know you there. Like, you were just screaming in my ear for no reason." Like, shout out to you. Like, and she knew. I mean, she knew obviously the hits. She knew like the B-side shit. She was singing the B-sides from the fucking 45 song album, and I'm like, "Oh, you in deep." Like, you was in deep.
The fact he got a 45 song album, all them shits is B.
That's what I was about to say. Shit, 40 of them bitches is B-sides.
Like, Oh my
He
God,
dropped a B-side album.
That shit was insane. Nah, that album is so crazy because but that's Heartbreak, right? Heartbreak's the 45.
I think so.
I think it's Heartbreak. Because that shit is so wild. This shit came out in 2017. That nigga just hit a record with you know who on it, and just ain't nobody say shit.
Okay. What really could you say? What really could you say?
Two of the greatest ever on a song together. Hey, what you doing if that happens? Oh,
Hey, you heard what he said in the interview. They tried to bury me alive, but I'm alive.
hey, that's a classic. Hey, that interview is fucking classic.
What will Will do?
Does this song have?
Am I in attendance or am I like not in attendance?
That's the
Definitely
thing.
Attendance. If we doing this
That's the
scenario, it's
thing.
definitely in that. I said I was leaving, so I put myself in attendance. Like I was driving.
All right, so we doing in attendance.
Yeah. See the whole process. You see security come grab her and everything, like start escorting her to the stage.
See, that's crazy too. Like, and I'm gonna give my answer, but I'm just thinking about like when they start saying, "Oh, like how y'all pick her? Like, was this like, oh, who want to go up?" And she's standing next to me, cheering, raising her hand, jumping up and down, like, take me on stage? Because that's crazy.
This was AI as they walked into the building.
Yeah, like, did you sign some type of waiver as we were walking in and didn't tell me? Like, did they say like, yeah, if you're interested in being called on stage, like, sign here, and you signed your name type shit?
She did a raffle when she got the tickets.
Yeah, because I'm trying to figure out how they got over here.
Yeah, like they walked over there too quick.
Yeah, like, they knew where they were going. Yeah, they knew like whatever section you was in, seat 12, like they knew exactly where you was at. That's crazy.
Oh shit.
I think I would have a lot of questions, but without me having the answers to none of the questions I would really have as far as how we got here. I'm probably more on the side of Tony. Like,
you keep it
I got to get some get back.
Hey, Summer Walker's the opening act. You could just if we signed the papers before, you could just do like the trade-off. Like, look, man, she's opening. Like, you get Chris later. Like, just saying, there's trades.
That's crazy.
I'm bad proposing trades.
Yeah, that's crazy, Justin.
Yeah, no, this nigga had 45 songs on this. And the,
like this nigga tried to breeze by. He tried to get out of there quick. Where your wife at? She out. Get her on camera.
She in the other room.
Call her real quick. I got a question for her.
Oh man,
you got a Chris Brown No, I ain't gonna even mention. I just want to know her answer. I got a Chris Brown question for her. Send her a text. Tell her to pull up.
I'll
chop it up.
I'll
chop it up with the bros.
Let's see.
Chop it up with the bros.
This nigga got. See that song? This is a nasty fucking. Pills and Automobiles and Party was probably like the two not B-sides from this 45 song album. Jesus Christ.
Niggas was taking forever to listen to that.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I wanna ask her the question in reverse. And this was a Summer Walker concert. She called Justin on stage.
Hey, she just gonna have to whatever her answer is. I know my actions. That's just gotta be one of those things. I'm like, I know what I'm doing. Like, we got to figure this out later.
Figure it out later. It's crazy.
What do they say? Ask for forgiveness, not permission.
The real question is, who would she let you go on stage for? Like, where does she draw the line? What is too far?
So that's what we gotta ask her.
We've had this convo, and it's like, yeah, no, we've had this convo, and we ended up on. Now I'm telling business. Yeah, it's fair game. We've had this convo, and the two people we ended up on, and now we're gonna get clowns. So be respectful, everybody listening. We ended up on Meg and Dave East was where the conversation went. Excuse me. So
Davies for her, like hood Justin.
That's what she. So that's
60s
what.
Crip Davies.
But that's
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 what
crazy
she
when
said.
that's crazy for her to pick a New York Crip when you right there in San Diego.
So that's what when she tried to submit the case for like why it was cool, and she's like, "We all look like each other," and I'm like, "I don't look like a fucking Davies." And then she wants to
She
use her
said you look like
phone.
No,
Davies.
I don't know. But like, I don't think like you look like Davies. But I'm like, oh, that's just a hood Justin. That's just Justin if he was in the hood.
That's Charlemagne saying he looked like
Morris
Morris.
Chestnut.
Morris
Yeah.
Chestnut.
That's like no, that's like that. Like they don't really look alike, but it's like it's funny because it's like you can
If
see
I
like a
see
nigga who ain't
Quavo
never
and
seen either one of
Jacquees,
them. Yeah, it's like
if I
if it's somebody who only seen Dave East once in their life and then seen Justin and they said that's Dave East, it ain't that
That's
uncanny.
I don't think I do. But then she pulls up her phone and she's like, "See, if my phone thing like y'all the same nigga like in the picture." She didn't say nigga, but like she's like y'all the same in the pictures. Like if you go
imagine.
looking for a person in your photos, and it was like me, and then he pulled up next, and I'm just like, "Hey, yo, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Like, don't use the iPhone face recognition
Because
shit."
you're a good man and you don't deserve that. Like
That's what I'm saying. Like, and then we'll want to be able to ask Chris Brown questions. Oh yeah. All right.
Man, if Rex Ryan teeth get any whiter, they're gonna have to turn them lights off in that studio.
Dog, we gonna get into what a time to be alive, but Rex Ryan is one of like, I don't take shit he says seriously, but he's one of the funniest people to see rip coaches because you could just tell this nigga wants a job. And so any chance they get to like, if a coach has a bad week, they bring him on and he's ready to tear their ass up. Be like, I would do so much better. It's like, nigga, that's why you got fired twice.
Imagine
Like,
firing your head coach and be like, let's get Rex Ryan the call. Like, fuck out of here, man. Might as
they
well
wanted.
hire myself.
I was gonna say one of us will get a job before dog.
I was gonna say, I know exactly what Rex Ryan do. Hey, because Rex interviewed when Sean first got the Broncos job. Rex interviewed, and I'm like, I know exactly how that defense looks. He gonna say, "Hey yo, PS2, you cover this nigga, engage 8, and I'll keep one safety back." And it's like, we gonna run that bitch every play. And I'm like, man, look, I could do that. Like, I know the Rex Ryan, it worked. It worked for your dad, one of the greatest defenses ever. Shout out to Chicago, I love y'all. 85 Bears, one of the greatest defenses ever. There's a reason why that shit worked for 1 year, and then Dan Marino saw that shit and said, "Oh, that's all y'all niggas doing? Bet." Like, rushing everybody, engage 8 don't work no more, man.
See Chicago, I love y'all.
We'll say that she was a DEI hire. Imagine me doing the DEI hire. Hey man, it's a good mood today, man. Everybody, happy Sunday. Hope y'all enjoying life out there, watching, listening. So if you're keeping up with us all year, we've been doing 20-year anniversaries and anniversaries for albums. And today, 10 years. I'm sorry, Jeezy was the 20 year. My apologies. Yeah, 10 years, and then we did the best albums of the last 20 years. And today, because yesterday was the actual anniversary date, right? Like exactly 10 years ago. Well, for What a Time to Be Alive. Yesterday was the official 10 year, correct?
Yeah. Nigga, September 20th, I meant.
Oh. Yeah, okay. I was okay. Yeah. So What a Time to Be Alive dropped 10 years ago. I'm gonna start here before I give my take. Instant reaction to What a Time to Be Alive. Like your instant reaction if you remember it in real time.
I was in the barber shop, and I think I was on Twitter. I want to say maybe Instagram, is one or the other. And I just saw that shit get announced for. This was on. I want to say this was like the week before. This was the week before, and then they said next week that shit's coming out. I said, what? Like that shit really, it stopped everything in the barbershop. I was like, yo, Drake and Future dropping the album together. Like everybody just stopped doing shit, started talking to each other.
That shit. Will, you remember?
I don't remember where I was. I remember I remember, like, I know I played that shit like right away, pretty much as soon as possible. I just don't remember. I don't remember exactly where I was though at the time.
This shit did 375. Gosh damn. September 20th. Shout out to Virgo
September
season.
20th. Ooh, actually, I was out of town when this dropped. I know
Where
for
was
sure
you
I
out
was
of
out
town
of
10
town.
years ago? The
I can't
first
say
Chris
on
Brown
here.
tour, second Chris Brown tour. Nigga was already 10 years in by that point. Fucking
I
10-year
can't.
anniversary
I
Chris
was
Brown tour.
I was out of town. I was out of town on here for sure when this dropped. 2015, September 20th. I was for sure out of town. What was that, like a Sunday? I mean, no, that was what is that? Was that a Tuesday?
That would
I
have
feel like it was a weird
been
day. I feel like it had to be a weird day. Like it don't sound like it's supposed to be, but because when this dropped originally, wasn't it like a tape? Like it wasn't really an album type shit.
It dropped on it came out on what's that shit? OVO Radio. That's where they premiered it at,
yeah.
on OVO Radio.
I
And
knew.
I want to say that was
It
on
was
a
a Sunday.
Sunday.
It was a. That's why I was
Yeah.
like, this had to be
It
a
was a
Sunday.
Sunday. Mm-hmm.
Yep. But yeah, no, I was out. I was outside.
This was, I just started to be outside because I just turned 21. So I got to just be outside at the start of this, actually be in clubs and shit. From a music perspective, this felt like y'all remember like how there was like that 2 to 3 year run. So post Watch the Throne coming out, it was all like, oh, what collab we gonna get next? And it was like, oh, we gonna get Drake Wayne, or yeah, like it was, everybody was like crazy for like, what's the next big collab album? And we never really got it post Watch the Throne,
Right.
like on that level. And again, somebody who's, and I'm not like the Future guy by any means, but I understand Future's place. This felt like this was it. These two guys, as popular as you can possibly be in this space, coming together to put an album out together, like that feeling will always be dope to me, because I love those kind of albums, even though we don't realistically get enough of them, in my opinion. I'll ask Tony, because you were a bigger Future fan in the moment, because this always was the question I heard, is like, there's this video on Twitter that always populates, and it's like, oh, Drake dog walked Future on the trap beat. And it was like Future wasn't used to that. So you kind of see them in the studio. Who do you feel like, if you could separate, was the lead performer on this project?
On this project, it was Future for sure. I mean, it's definitely Future, but they both, what Drake brought to the album was like very important. If it was going to be a collab album and not just a Future tape as it was originally intended to be, if there was going to be a collab thing, Drake did what was necessary, and it was like, it's one of those things where he added just enough Drake. It was just enough Drake to where it didn't feel like kind of too much, if you will.
Excuse me. So that's when I was listening back to it, because obviously, like, we kind of got the late reminder for it, but I was listening to it yesterday, and it does feel like a true collab project, where a lot of times when you do these collab kind of things, one person can feel overbearing, feel like they're doing more than the other. It's like, oh, they're both on the project, but you can kind of clearly tell who is leaned for. This was a really, really good mix, in my opinion, where it was like they both had the records they got to shine. Drake got to get his shit off at the end with the 30 for 30 freestyle. Excuse me, this was as well done, in my opinion, from a collab perspective, as you can do. Will, who you think shined more on the album?
No, I think it was. I agree with Tony as far as it being Future. I think it was different. I think Drake held his own, like, doing basically this style for an entire, for the entirety of the tape, basically. And I think it was just different, like not different, because of course he dibbled and dabbled, like as far as features go, but hearing him do it for a whole tape, or album, or however they wanted to classify it, it was. I mean, I think Drake did this shit on here too, but it was definitely Drake. It was Future bringing Drake into Future's world, basically.
This is,
and it's funny, like, real quick too. I was just thinking, I was like, ain't that Pullman line on 30 for 30, Tony? I was like, that's funny how we kind of pulled that shit. uh,
Yeah, it is.
out of there,
It
but it's
is.
actually on. Yeah, that Mercedes Pullman line is definitely on 30 for 30.
The and I forget when we were talking about this when we were doing we've done the other reviews ranking the albums, and I wanted to kind of expand on it. Was this Drake's best career move, aligning himself with Future in this manner?
Well, that's a good question. Definitely doing that on the back end of the Meek shit, it put him in the quote unquote the streets, if you will, which allowed him to
Mm-hmm.
kind of do the things that he did in the following years. Um, because he was always like big with he was Drake was always like a big rapper. I feel like he
Yeah.
always got like respect, at least where I'm from. We talk like Baltimore and my city and stuff like that. But nobody would have thought that like Drake wasn't like a guy in that way that you look at as like way people looked at Future and Meek around that time
Mm-hmm.
of life. So like him being able to get the best of Meek in that situation and then following it up, coming back with Future and on his album definitely opened him up to the street guys, I think.
Yeah, this was and I'll say second best career move just out of respect. Like signing with Wayne was his best career move, but that was also the start of it, so it's a little weird. This run though of like the Meek shit, what a time to be alive in views was like again, we talk about like that transformation to where like when niggas get out of here, that's one of the all time like man, you got out of here runs. Um Will, what you think as far as like Drake aligning himself with Future, um, and getting like kind of like Tony said, getting on more trap beats and because I don't feel like we felt I rephrase it this way. I don't feel like Drake got the Vulture theme when he was or the Vulture tag when he was doing shit with Future. I feel like that should started to come afterwards as he started doing more songs with younger artists. I don't know if y'all agree or disagree with that.
I mean, I would agree as far as that's when he kind of started getting it. Which is weird that I mean, because he did it with Future, even though he
That's
wasn't he wasn't he wasn't who he was at this point when he did it with Future. But
mm-hmm.
um, I think even when you look at it throughout his career, he did it like that was just what he was doing. Um, but what was the original question? As far you said, was that his best move as far as aligning himself with
Yeah, his
Future?
best like career, yeah, his career move to align himself with Future, and he was kind of separating himself from like the other people we had seen him rap or do collaborative projects in the past.
I think so. I think just because of the quality of music that they put out when they work together. Like I think you've seen that like what they did together even before What a Time to Be Alive. It worked like they had something different.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was a good move.
No, 1,000%. Do you think? And we always kind of talk about from the Drake perspective. For Future, how big of a move was this? Where again, he obviously he's always going to have his core fan base where he's from, the kind of music he puts out. But now him also proving like he could also do it with a superstar. And do you feel like this is? And again, I'm deferring to Tony because Tony was listening to it more in real time as far as Future. Do you feel like this was Future going into like that next level of superstardom, or do you feel like he was already there?
No, the thing that pushed Future into the next level of superstardom was DS2. Um, this if I'm being real, this did nothing for for Future. Like as far
Yeah.
as him making the album with Drake, like this didn't do anything for him. Like he was going to do everything he did, rather he did this with Drake or not. This was a bigger moment for the fans for sure. Um, as far as just being able to hear these two 40 minutes and on tracks like this. But when you think about Future's trajectory at the time, like it was already headed upward. And
Mm-hmm.
this, you could argue, I'm not, I don't want to because it'd be all day, but you could argue this is his peak. You could argue he did more even after this.
Mm-hmm.
So that depends on how you feel about it. But no, this wasn't like his biggest thing or anything like that. But it was an important moment that he gave the fans because he could have not done this and everything would have been all right. But he knew that the fans would have really loved this, and we did. So that was dope.
No, 1,000%. And that's what I think is so dope about these collab projects. Again, like people wanting that. Again, Post Watch are throwing like a Drake and Wayne project or a Drake and Ross project or a Cole and Kendrick project. Like, I feel like not getting that also helped to when this moment came together. Like, oh, we finally gonna get one or a second one again. If Watch Throne's the first for people's around this time frame. We do it with all of them. What's y'all top 3 from this?
Digital Dash 1.
Fire.
30 for 30 freestyle. And it's between that third one is between Diamonds Dancing, Scholarships, or Jersey.
You're not a
I
Jumpman
would
person?
lean Jersey. Come on, man, get the fuck out of here. I would lean Jersey, but I think I would
that did
lean
the
Jersey
most.
out of those just because it gave us you do what you want when you popping, which is very simple but very true.
Yeah. Will, if you're doing top 3 from this,
Top
Jumpman, you're number
3.
1. You from
It is
Chicago
not.
now. You got damn.
It is not. For me, 30 for 30 was probably my favorite. It was number 1 for me. Digital Dash would be number 2, and Diamonds Dancing would be number 4. But I don't know. I fucked with Unplugged too though.
If we had to,
Unplugged was
and
fire.
this is, if we had to remove 30 for 30, because that's just a Drake record. So like keeping it in the concept of like it being a collab album, like 30 for 30
just
can't
the
be
collab songs.
Yeah. Because 30 for 30, I think we'd all agree.
Okay.
Like Drake was going fucking crazy on that. But
So
that's just a him record.
It'll be me. For me, it'll be Digital Dash. It'll be Digital Dash. It'll be Unplugged, and it'll be. I guess I ain't even putting it in order at this point, but Diamonds Dancing. So
yeah,
Digital
no, the order
Dash,
don't matter. Just like your
and,
top 3.
Unplugged for sure.
I would go Digital Dash, Diamonds Dancing, and Scholarships.
I would go Dash, Dancing, and Plug. Again, 30 for 30 was fucking crazy, but that because Jersey's also just a future record only, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, damn, Jumpman did stream like crazy. Jumpman. Anyway,
still does, to be fair.
Yeah. No, this album still. Do y'all feel like when you were listening to this, does it still hold up the same way of when you heard it the first time? Like 10 years later, y'all feel like this? Like if this came out today, now if it came out today, some of those Drake lines wouldn't hold up. But that aside, if this came out today,
I listened to it yesterday. It still does its job.
Do you feel like you can hear? Like for me, I can separate, and I guess specifically with old music, like I can separate Drake's old music, how he was talking, what he was saying, versus what the current state of Drake is in 2025, and that's not a huge problem for me. Do you feel like when you was listening to like when he gets into like his real shit talking, like does his part specifically feel different for you?
No, because he still talk that shit. Like even now, through all the stuff, he can still talk that shit. It don't hit the same. But it's in the context of 2015 when he ain't being called a pedophile all over the world, it still goes pretty crazy.
Hey man, like Drake, not a decision, just run for president. That shit works over here. I agree. and like I said, I could. It doesn't bother me for it just in my head when I'm listening to music. Like I do just separate. I'm like, all right, what he's done and said post the beef versus what he did pre-beef to me are two separate things, and so it doesn't really. I don't sit there and get like too caught up on, he's saying this and that, or that sounds crazy because that context just wasn't there when he was originally rapping those words or making those lines.
For sure.
Do I want to hear a grown man say, "What did I miss?" No. Like, and if the internet, and I'm only saying this once because I really do not care about this topic enough, but I will say, if Iceman is some like weird tell-all story from like niggas you was famous for, I will listen because it's Drake. I will turn it off very quickly if that's what it turns into. And that's all I want to
If
say.
that album is more than 15, 16 songs, I'm not listening to it. I'm just not. I'm just not. If it's 15, 16 or less, I give it a run for sure. But if we talking 18, 19, 20 songs, no, I'm out.
No, I'm not doing that. If Auto nigga might put God's Plan on it. That's the move now.
We gonna talk about
The
that not today, but like that that shit gotta stop. That shit gotta stop.
it does. I'm torn because I feel like a hypocrite because I don't care about numbers in that sense. Like, it's dope when like a nigga breaks a record or whatever, and it's like, all right, cool. Like, you got X amount of number ones, you got X amount of streams, dope. But I don't really care. Like, we talked the Raekwon album. I have no idea what Raekwon sold, but that was a dope album.
Same.
And I guess for the kind of niggas I listen to, like, I just kind of have to be in that space that I know they're not gonna sell crazy numbers, but they're still putting out really good bodies. And like, I don't know what Tyler sold, and Tyler put out a really good album. I know Chromacopia sold crazy, but this last little, again, project tape, whatever we're calling it, yeah, man, it is wild though when you put a song that's 6 years old. I will say that is kind of nuts. What else we got here for? Again, so we know what this was before, what this eventually turned into. What is Future's follow up to this? What's the next thing he put out post What a Time to Be Alive?
So Future, in January 2016, he puts out Purple Rain, which following everything that he dropped into 2014 into 2015, it wasn't as big, but it ages really well. Purple Rain, it's a mixtape. It ages really well when you go back and listen to it, especially if you are a Future fan, because that album gives you Wicked. It gives you How You Love That. It's a lot of Perky's Calling, which and the Purple Rain, the song, which so yeah, it just has a lot on, like, it was put on streaming, I want to say last year or 2023. So yeah, it ages really well.
That's dope. Because this is a part of when you're considering Future's run, what years are you giving it? Where is when you saying like his peak for his run? What year are you starting and what year are you ending it at?
It's funny because I think he has multiple runs.
Okay.
Now, his 20 I always say end of 2014 because that's when Monster came out and that kind of changed everything. This is post
Mhm.
his relationship with Sierra. So from Monster, the end of 2014 to What a Time to Be Alive. That's the to me, that's the best run since Wayne. I don't think we've seen a run. We hadn't saw a run like that since Future did it, and we haven't seen a run like Future had since. I don't think no one's had the run Future had during that time frame since then. But I also think he's had a second run, which has come over the last few years putting out with him putting out his last few projects, especially going into like last year when he put out three fucking number ones. So I think that he's had
That's
like
fucking crazy.
multiple runs. Which one is better? I think depends on like where you were at that point in your life type of thing, because I know like that 2015 time is held so high to people because of where they were at in their lives. But I'm sure a lot of people will look at this latest run he's been on as, you know, very high as well. um but yeah, so when you talk about him being able to kind of just release constantly but it be different. Every tape was different. Everything was different leading up to DS2 and then to What a Time. And it was just
Mhm.
all good. He didn't drop any of those projects during that time. He was like, it's okay. He probably could have kept it. Everything set the street on fire.
No, it's valid. The I know I don't want to stay here per se. Who's had, because I go would say Baby's run, that end of COVID, start of COVID's always a weird year or a weird time frame because people look at it as different. How long it really was, like you could argue it's 20 to 23 or end of 22. Some people would tell you even longer. obviously depends on where you're from too and how you did lockdowns. You lived in Texas, niggas was at the Rangers ballpark like 2 months later. So COVID's a weird timeline. But
Yeah.
like I would say probably post Futures, Baby's had the biggest run in rap since then. Because he was going crazy for that 1.5, 2 year stretch. Like between the album, the features, I forget the record that he put out. It was I fucked with that shit heavy too. It was literally the shit during like the Black Lives Matter protests. Man, I'm blanking on it. I'll think of it later. Is there anybody else who's had in your opinion the best run since Future? Well, I'm sorry. I don't count Kendrick, and I'll explain in it. I give the technicality there. Kendrick's clearly having it, but
No, that's fair. That's fair. I wasn't thinking Kendrick because that's such a he got fucking nominated for an Emmy. Like that's such a different thing within itself. Yeah.
And he was already a
superstar
anyway. He just smacked
Correct.
Another superstar. So there was like, all right, nigga, we got to give you love. Like,
I would say, who do I think's had the best run in that since Future had that run? I don't know, man. That's a good question. I don't think it's tough because either guys drop really good stuff, but it's just not as much quality matching the quantity. Because guys will obviously drop a lot of stuff, but it won't be the same. I think on a smaller level, when you think about guys like Freddie, I think Freddie's had a really good run over the last few years. Not on superstar level, but just a really good quality of work and fan base level. I think Larry June, obviously. I think Freddie, Larry June. I could put Currency up there.
that's a good pull.
Guys in that realm, just putting out really good quality raps and just music overall and building a fan base around it. So I would say like kind of the quote unquote underground guys, if you will.
No, it's valid as fuck. See, I'm the only nigga listen to like lyrical. I don't call Currency a lyrical American nigga, but niggas who really rap. And Freddie is a nigga who really, really raps. Yeah, man. Where are, and for those listening, we'll be back here shortly, is we do this with each of them. Where would we place What a Time to Be Alive in 2015?
Amongst these artists' catalog or just as a project?
Out of everything that's been coming out that we've been ranking, and I'll be honest, I don't remember my list off the top of my head, what I had. So if I say something contradictory to what I said in the past, y'all just have to deal with it.
Got you. As far as 2015 projects go.
Yeah, it's like To Pimp a Butterfly. If you're reading this, it's too late.
Okay.
Man, this year's fucking crazy.
I would put it. I know I had To Pimp a Butterfly at 1. I believe I did.
That sounds right.
It was that or DS2. DS2 and To Pimp a Butterfly 1 and 2. I know that for a fact. This is top 4, I think. I don't think this is the best thing either one of them dropped that year. But it, like I said, this holds just a big moment for sure. I think it's one of the greatest victory lap projects we've gotten from an artist. And I mean that in the sense of maybe it's not the best album that artist has had, or maybe it is, but in a bigger sense, it's that artist's culmination of a great run. And I think this was the culmination of Drake's 2015, and the Meek beef. And this is obviously Future's culmination of just all the mixtapes and everything he did in 2015. So I think from that standpoint is one of the best. But when we talk in 2015 albums, I think it's top 4.
I'm probably there with you. What would this look like today? Like, who are the two artists that could get together and give you a What a Time to Be Alive?
And it's like as realistic. Big a deal.
Yeah, and like a realistic one. So obviously, like if niggas don't fuck with each other, like that shit's not gonna happen. But Like,
Right,
who are
right.
realistically the artists who could get together and it would make this kind of impact, where you got two guys who are in, it doesn't have to be exactly like this, but two guys who are in two different spaces. Like, Drake wasn't in this space before he got with Future and started doing the trap shit.
Yeah, yeah. That's a hell of a question, bro. And as I think about it, the only two, maybe not the only two, but the two that would that would move the needle in his way is literally just replacing Drake with Kendrick and making a Kendrick and Future album. I don't see nothing else that really would move the needle in that way.
Kendrick and Future will be fire.
I can't think of two guys that would really move the needle in the way that this did today. I just can't.
That's tough, man. I'm trying to really think about this because I agree it probably would have to be, because I'll say this as a disclaimer. I just don't think Cole would do it. Like, there's not somebody who I think Cole would do it with
If
the
if he
exclusion
never
of,
did
like,
the album with Kendrick, I don't think he'd ever, because it's really no reason that those two never did an album together. So if he didn't do that, that's not happening.
I'll always have Black Friday, man. I'll always have Black Friday. Because if Cole ever did like a collab project, it would be like the shit he did with Dreamville, like the Revenge of the.
I was gonna say it'd be like him and Jid.
Yeah, but like I don't think that would move the needle. That's just like an in-house project that
It'd be a dope thing, right?
Yeah. Shit. Who's a? Yeah, it probably is just Kendrick and Future, if like two were to do that. Yeah, man, we might not ever get this again.
Because it's just a different game. It's crazy, like 10 years. But I mean, you wouldn't have thought we'd be in such a different place rap wise 10 years ago. But 10 years is a long time, and rap is ever changing. So I get it.
Like, because I don't even think, and again, I keep bringing it up, but like, even if you used Watch the Throne as an example, right? Like, if we were to include at that point, both obviously like Jay and Kanye were legends, and like they were certified, like they could have stopped that day and they would have been fine. Which is what made Watch the Throne such a cool experiment. And obviously they had a
Wish
relationship.
Kanye did stop that day.
This is true. But like, even if you were to bring like legends into the conversation, I'm like, I don't even know if there's legends that would necessarily step into that role to give us like another great all-time collab project, which is kind of sad. We're like, could you make a What a Time to Be Alive today? Like, who are the artists that if you got together, like realistically speaking, because obviously like a lot of niggas dislike each other.
You saying like just a collab album with like two big artists?
Yeah, but so like the way like Drake and Future, or going back to Watch the Throne, Hov and Ye, like where, like, do we have that again?
And it will move the needle in the same way.
Yeah.
No, because I mean the people that have moved the needle today are the same people that would have moved it 10 years ago. Like, it ain't really. I don't think.
And I said that.
I don't think none of these. It ain't like no artists today that are like newer that are needle movers anyway. So the same people that kind of control everything right now are the same ones that controlled it then, whether that's Drake, Kendrick, Cole, Future, whoever. I mean, the worst, the closest you would get to it would probably be like female rappers, like a Glorilla, Cardi B type of thing. Like, I think you can get into a band.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
But
that's
a good.
Like, I
didn't think about that.
I think there's some women that can move the needle in that way, but I don't think it's any new men that can kind of do that.
I'll ask this.
But to what Justin said though, why the fuck do the NFL keep using all this AI? What Justin said though is like, realistic, and it's like when you think about the women rappers, is like so many of them don't fuck with each other. So it's like the ones that do fuck with each other, it probably wouldn't be as much of a needle mover type of thing.
Now, I might be
You saying the women? I think a Cardi B and Glorilla album. I think that'll move the needle for sure.
No, for sure. That I agree with, but I'm saying like
a
it's
lot of
just
them
not
want it like
enough of them that
Oh yeah.
yeah, like
It ain't
that.
enough of them that
You
can
get what I'm
kind of do
saying?
that.
okay, I might sound stupid,
Exactly.
and so
Exactly.
let me clarify. To my knowledge, obviously they got WAP together. There's no issue between Cardi and Meg, right? Like nothing.
No, they
I don't think
Okay.
so.
they
And
just
they had the
they
other song
fucking
too.
rich and busy.
What was the other Cardi B and Meg song after what? What
Cardi
was it, Bongos or some shit?
Cardi had did it was bongos. Yeah.
I don't know much about the
Cardi had
song, but I seen the video.
Niggas
in
watching
her
on
interview
like,
run, she was saying like her and Meg is good. Like they they don't talk every day, but it's just like she was like they good though.
Right. So that would be another female combo again. That like a Cardi and Meg full album. If you just consider like what WAP did, like I could see that album possibly doing it if we doing two females.
You can't replicate WAP though. That was
No, you
just
can't.
that
But I think
that
they're
was the
both.
problem with the
time.
second song.
But I also think they're both like,
And
despite
we ain't
what
forget about our earlier question. Where are Noemi at? So let's pull up.
I texted her. Y'all can text her too. She watching a fucking. She's the worst
I
person
gotta
to watch
find a
shows
group-
with because we
I gotta
started a
find a
show
group
that
chat.
shit just came back for season 2 and she's watching it without me. So like, she's a bad person to watch TV
Yeah,
with.
send her the link. Tell her to join from my phone. I'm gonna send her the link.
Yeah, I think that both, despite I know they get the rap of like, oh, they just hypersexualize whatever. I think Cardi and Meg are both talented enough, and the people around them are clever enough where you don't have to recreate WAP 15 times. I think they are good enough, talented enough, clever enough that they could put a real like 11, 12 song collab album together. I'll ask this one just because the fan bases are still big enough, in my opinion. Despite the fact that, and I know that this probably doesn't apply to us, would a Drake Nicki collab album move the needle?
Yes, but not in the way that it would have 5-10 years ago.
Yeah. I would say yes, but not like it would have before.
I tend to agree. I just, to me, that's still enough. Like, and they're both obviously, issues aside, like personally, it's not issues with each other, but like their own personal stuff going on right now.
Could that album sell out a stadium? I don't think it could.
Not today. I think before, especially when you talk about maybe not even 5 years ago for real, but 10 years ago for sure. It was kind of
still do a stadium. I think Nicki
I don't know about selling. I don't know about.
I don't know,
sell,
man.
But I'm more so.
Stadium's big.
Stadium's big, but that's a again. If we just doing fan bases, that is still
that is probably two of the biggest fan bases for sure, though.
And Nicki's might be bigger, like, and they will go. I don't know, man. That's tough. Like that's it's not necessarily the needle mover for me in 2025 going into 2026. But that's
I feel that's a good convo. I want to come back to this next week actually. Cuz I think maybe when I think of stadiums, I'm thinking football, not like baseball stadiums or like soccer stadiums, stuff like that. I'm thinking football, 80,000, 70,000, 90,000. I don't think it could. But that's a good convo for next week though.
Yeah, no, that's
I might be rolling. I might be rolling on them selling out a stadium. Drake and Nicki, I might be rolling on that.
Cuz this is again, I'm not pitting fan bases against each other. I want no smoke. But it feels very similar to, I think they're a level below, but I don't think it's a massive gap. But like if Hov and Beyonce are the S tier, no new music, could just go on a tour and go do stadiums because they are that like solidified legends. Drake and Nicki to me feels like if that's S tier, they would be in the A tier group.
But I think part of like the whole thing, and as far as like even 10, 12 years ago, like as far as it would have been so different because they were still able to sell people on the are they fucking, do they like each other, they're gonna get together, like they could have sold that.
True.
No, not for real, but like
true.
they could have sold that as a thing. So it's like now you just listening to the music versus like you got young girls and kids and stuff like that who are invested in those type of things when it comes to these celebrities. So
Yeah,
I think 10
this
plus years ago they would have been selling the music along with that part of it.
now it's different when you do R&B. Clearly, I don't know if that matters to some people because like Chris is supposedly has a girlfriend right now, has 2 kids, and these girls will still fucking do crazy
What
shit
Chris,
in the
what
shows.
Chris Brown having a girlfriend ever meant in anything?
But that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
Chris
I
Brown a
get
nigga
what
though, so
y'all are
it's like
saying from a rational point of view of like, they, Drake got a kid. We don't know his relationship status. Nicki's married. She's got a kid. Like, y'all are rational thinking people. I don't believe their fan bases are the most rational thinking people. And so
it ain't anybody more irrational than a Barb.
that's what I'm saying. So I'm like, I don't know if they still couldn't get off that like weird fan like sexualizing of them of like, oh man, are they, are they fucking?
I mean,
blah,
but
blah,
like
blah.
the Nicki fans is gonna show up for Nicki no matter what, and the Drake fans is
Agreed.
gonna show up for Drake. So it's like from that aspect of it, like yeah, they're gonna do what they're gonna do anyway. But I think outside of just the immediate fan bases, I think 10, 12 years ago it would have moved the needle a lot more.
It's no, I,
But like Tony
so I
said,
agree with you.
it's still a needle mover. Like I'm not saying that by any means.
No, yeah, they're legacy acts, so it's like they're always gonna have that place, and so that's 1,000% true. Um, will Jay ever tour without Beyonce again?
Why would he?
That's a great question. Do we want him to?
Wow.
Is the question. Do we want him to?
Why would he?
I just think like because
If
he's
I'm
at that.
Jay-Z, if I'm Jay-Z, I ain't going on tour without Beyonce. Why the fuck would I do
It's
that?
just like
I think
We-
we'd be in a space where if he does drop one more album, I think he will. I don't think it's like a nationwide thing he do. I think it's like going to be very select dates type of thing where he can kind of like really dictate how the venue plays out and how it all looks.
do you remember his B-side joint from like it's probably like 5-6 years ago now?
Yeah,
Where he was
probably
doing,
longer
like,
than that.
Yeah.
Where he was doing specifically like these smaller venues, but he had real control of like what was going on and like
Yep.
I think he brought out Dipset, he brought out not like he was doing a bunch of stuff he wanted to do because he wanted this really curated show for these records that he knew weren't the hits, but like he really wanted to get the message across, and that was super fucking.
And
dope
that's
when he
what
did
I'm
that.
thinking about when like I think about what a Jay-Z solo tour would look like.
I agree. And that would be fire. Like that would be dope. I was just laughing because I'm like, when he has some of those looks of just like, man, that's what y'all niggas do today, because he is elevated to such like a point in life, is like he's done rap tours his whole life, obviously. And he's obviously toured with really big people before. But it's like he knows what a rap tour looks like. And then the first time he went out with Beyonce,
He's done
was
the
like,
rap tour. Like he did the rap tour.
yeah. And then but he does a tour with Beyonce and he's like, oh, I ain't around y'all niggas ever again. I know what this looks like versus what y'all was doing. Like, that's cute. This is different. And so yeah, I think he would do maybe a selective tour like the B-side shit. But yeah, if he was doing like a mainstream tour, man, I ain't going. If I'm him, I ain't leaving without my wife. Like,
I ain't going on
come
tour
on.
without Beyonce. I'm a billionaire. She a R&B pop icon, whatever you want to call her. I ain't going nowhere
Just
without her.
icon. Like,
Yeah,
you
shout
don't
out
even
to-
need the R&B or pop before just icon.
Shout out to the Beehive.
Oh man. Speaking of shout outs, shout out to one of the most decorated players in the history of sports and only trending upwards. Oh, we got a response. She said nah. I'll tell her to hop in the chat and she can respond.
Tell her to hop in the chat. Tell her to get in the chat. I'm trying to pull this YouTube up so she could tell us like what was gonna happen if Chris Brown came and pulled up to the stage.
I'm gonna send it right now. But no, shout out to and then I'm gonna let Tony rap while I set this up. Is one of the greatest careers, resumes building, and only getting better. Asia Wilson announced she got a co-defensive player of the year, another MVP added to her status. Shout out to her, and I'm gonna let Tony go with the start of the WNBA playoffs. I'm gonna let you wrap while I send this link out.
The WNBA playoffs is insane. So out of the first round series, it's 4 first round series. First to two, so best of three. 3 of the 4 came down to a game 3. All of them decided like they were all very close. Like if you watched it, the Liberty, the defending champions, they got eliminated by Phoenix. Breonna Stewart is incredible, even in the loss. I think she had like 20 in the fourth quarter. The Fever upset the Dream. The Fever have Kelsey Mitchell, Aaliyah Boston, and then me on the court because that's how many women are fucking injured for that team. And to the Fever going to the semifinals, which is essentially the conference finals. I need people to keep the energy you had last year when everything was dictated around someone who hasn't played this year. The Fever are 3 wins away from going to the WNBA finals without Caitlin Clark because they're actually good team with other good players. And the Aces who are back in the semifinals with league MVP Asia Wilson, they beat the Seattle Storm, who I never want to see again. Like that was fucking Seattle just would not quit. It was like playing the Pacers. Seattle lost out to the Aces by I think they lost game 3 by 2 or 1 point. It was back and forth battle. So the Aces are playing the Fever for a shot at the title, and the Minnesota Lynx who beat the Valkyrie in game 2, but they overcame a double-digit lead in the second half to win that series. The Lynx who people thought would have been the MVP a few months ago before she missed time, and Nafisa Collier, they are going to play the Mercury for a shot at the title. So this Final Four is lining up to be real big for WNBA, what will be, the last WNBA action for I don't really know how long because the league is going to be locked out. After the finals, they are going to be locked out going into their 30th season, and we don't know when the deal will be done. We don't know how that's all going to play out. So yeah, enjoy this last month of WNBA basketball for anybody that does watch and enjoy the WNBA because you don't know how long it's going to be gone for. Obviously, Unrivaled will be back at the top of the year. So that's going to be exciting. But yeah, enjoy this, man. Asia got a chance to win another title. The Lynx at her third title before 30 to go along with 4 MVPs and 3 Defensive Player of the Years. Um, the Lynx got a chance to win another title after that's all they did with Maya Moore, so they got a chance to add another one.
She's breaking
The
news.
Mercury
She's in.
a year after.
Wait, one second, Tony. She's in.
Go ahead.
We gotta ask. Brooks, I think you playing the video off in the background. It just turn down the one you played in the background.
I ain't got it playing. That was something else playing. That's my phone.
How do we want to phrase the question, y'all? How are we phrasing the question exactly? Or no, she can hear it. So we only got to type it. How are we phrasing the question? You ask, Will. You were the one who brought up the question. Let it roll.
We gotta know. Noemi, y'all went to see Chris Brown. When was that? When did y'all go see Breezy?
Wednesday.
Y'all went to see Breezy Wednesday. So now, first off, if Chris Brown would have called you up to the stage while you was with Justin, was you going to the stage? That's question number one. Because Justin already told us what he gonna do if you did go up there, hypothetically speaking, of course. But we just want to make sure y'all aligned. She said yes. So yes is yes. Is that answer responsibly?
You see this?
Is that answer a response? She said, "Yeah, she going on stage, even if you was there."
But she had it on my birthday to like throw that. Y'all see this?
6'9" on Justin's birthday. That's crazy work.
See, like that's what I'm saying. Like, and I can hear her laughing. Y'all can't hear in the microphone. She's laughing her ass off in the other room. Like she thinks. See, now I gotta have an argument on foot. It's a football Sunday. It's God's day, and now y'all got me. I gotta have an argument today.
So Justin already said if you go on that stage, he said you're gonna have to find a ride home.
And she laughing.
I heard
I heard her
I
laugh.
heard that laugh in the
Yo,
background.
you know, that is.
So he already said you're gonna have to find the ride home. And I guess my question is, how is Justin gonna feel when he see that Mercedes Pullman on his Ring camera dropping you off? Now she said, now listen, you gotta stick with the plot. You can't take your comments back saying you wouldn't go when you joking.
She said it's my car.
Oh, she said she drove there. You can't leave her, and she drove. That's crazy work. Oh wait, she on stage and she taking the keys with her. So you Uber to the crib.
She said passenger princess, nigga.
you Uber to the crib. Me and Chris Brown singing "Take You Down."
Now ask the other question. Now ask the other question. What happens if we go there? Because now ask the other question.
So now
it ain't gonna be like y'all can hear that loud ass knock on the fucking ball.
Now he being bad. So Justin wanted us to ask you like, what you gonna do when Summer Walker pull him on stage? Yeah, she said you can get an Uber.
That laugh is
she said Lyft is available, my nigga.
She said Uber, Lyft, however you get home. She don't give a fuck. She'll see you when she get there. When she done.
You gonna answer the question?
She
got real quiet.
Now he ready to put his foot down. He trying to figure out what's gonna happen when Summer Walker call him on stage. And she
walk in the house smelling like backflips and cocaine.
Oh, she said she'll record it. Look, she keeping a peace. She said she'll record it if you was up there with Summer Walker.
No,
but you out here talking.
She said, "You know where your bread is buttered at."
She gonna keep that shit as evidence when the cops come and ask her, like, "So, man, why your husband ended up dead?" She's gonna have that shit playing in the background.
You out here talking about she gonna Uber home and all this shit, and she said she got you. She gonna make sure you remember it forever.
Now ask her why she watching a show that we started together and she want to keep watching without me and say, "Well, you busy?" And I'm like, "Bro, that shit, I didn't watch that show."
He said, "Hey, like that."
See,
show
that's
anyway.
fucked up. See, Tony,
what show is it?
If y'all watch shows together,
what show is it?
Yeah, for this one, it's Life with the Walter Boys. If y'all ever watch Suits?
Nah, I ain't never watched that shit.
No. So Suits was.
Oh, she cracking up like she's holding her
no, this is my life. This is like when I say, ladies and gentlemen, I know we switched the intro. When I said I'm the most disrespected nigga since they shot JFK, I do not lie. Like I do not lie. Like I am.
Your wife disrespecting you in the YouTube chat in the other room at the same time is crazy.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like. So she watching. So we started the show anyway. Season 1 finished. We both like the show because there's a couple actors from Suits in it, and so, excuse me, that's what made us go start watching this one. And season 1, really cool. We liked it. Season 2, I get the notification from I forget what app it is on. I forget if it's Netflix or HBO. One of them, right? And it just hits my email and says, "Hey, yo, season 2's up." And I was like, "Okay, cool." But she was out of the country. She was having a good time. She was with a friend. I didn't watch it because I have morals. And I'm like, I ain't gonna watch the show. We started together. I'm gonna watch it together. The first fucking chance she gets, I walk in the other room before we're about to start, and she's just like, "Oh, I'm watching this." And I'm like, "I ain't watching it when you was gone." She's like, "Well, you busy now." And I'm like,
she violated you, I ain't gonna lie.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
yeah, he wouldn't dare.
You see this shit? You see what I gotta deal with? This is what
she just made you watch Love Island, and now she watching this other shit without you.
Just because of that, you should call up Summer Walker to get your one.
That's my one in the tuck.
I think you should be able to use that card right now, just because she did this in the chat. Like I think you should.
Oh, she act like I got my own key. I could take the car.
Especially when she said it's my car. She said you ain't going nowhere.
She said it's my car, Jody.
Are you gonna come in?
She said you ain't going nowhere.
She not gonna. 1 second. Are you gonna come in? Oh shit!
Tell her open the door.
She see not it's all see. See. Oh, but you gotta turn that one down because Mike's gonna pick up both and go sound crazy. Yeah, I'll let Dix. Just mute it. I turn the volume down. Huh? You gotta talk. You got.
Tony, you want to talk shit, Tony?
You gotta talk.
Show
to the
your
mic.
face first. You can't talk shit without showing your face.
Why everybody trying to jump me? Like what did I do?
Now I got dogs fucking going at the door.
Hi guys.
What's going on?
You
You're
gotta
supposed
get
to be.
in camera. What you mean? They can't see
I
me.
don't have to look crazy.
You look-
I'm
You were
listening to
supposed to be
Tony
in here
and
like
face.
30 minutes ago when we was having this conversation initially.
Wait,
So you can
see
hear
me?
what Tony said he was gonna do.
Camera switching on me right now.
What did Tony say he was gonna do?
Tony.
Tony, what did you
What did I
say?
say? What did I
Speak
say?
up.
Oh, you talking about the concert shit?
Yeah.
Oh no, I said shit. If that was to happen, it won't happen because she's too dark. But if that was to happen,
He tripling down on that.
if that was to happen, shit, I got one in the tuck, you know. I got one for a rainy day.
He said he
What?
get to get his get back.
Who would? Justin?
Tony. No,
Tony.
Tony said if his girl go on that stage, he get his get back.
What's your get back?
We don't know yet.
Whatever he
We
wants
Oh,
to do.
we don't fucking
we don't know
know
yet.
yet. Where's
We don't know
Bring
yet.
E into the
I
building.
agree with
Stop.
Tony.
She's at work.
She's working. Wait, is it really that big of a deal if Chris Brown just dances on you? It's not like he's like doing anything.
That nigga is
We
hip
said that.
thrusting, like,
He
is
said
fucking without
he
clothes
said it was a
on.
big
That
deal.
is not. Wait a minute. No, we're not
Justin
gonna
really
start
the one. Justin really the one that
His
took it
hip
the
thrusting
furthest.
is no, that's that big of a deal.
We asked Justin would he rather Chris Brown dance on you fully clothed or a male stripper. He said a male stripper.
A male stripper?
And
Man,
I'd rather
Chris
be around
Brown
him.
has a hold on you guys. There's no way.
that's
I'll
Justin.
fuck stadium
He said
with 90
he said he'll
people
rather you
fucking
come
crazy.
he'll rather you come home smelling like baby oil instead of
Baby
back
oil.
Ew, fuck that. Damn,
take-
if
you
you'd
want-
rather
I
me
even-
come home smell like baby oil instead of Chris Brown?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're not
I
wrong
even
for that
thought-
because Chris Brown is a different demon.
Absolutely. I'm gonna tell. That's you want to see. You want to get the white side of me. I'm gonna keep that in the tuck for when they get Diddy for all these allegations. You coming home like baby well? I got you.
That's for
You
sure.
want-
the
you
white
want
side.
that one?
You gonna put cases all over Breezy.
Whatever.
If-
It was so funny.
If
because
you're
I was
the one that
recording
finally
it.
brings down Chris Brown, that'd be very funny.
That's crazy.
See, now they talk. I can't hear them. So now they talking. I can't hear what's going on. And now it's like
That's that Larry coming out of him.
No, Luther.
That's his inner
God.
inner Larry.
Now the Larry doesn't come out of me nearly as much anymore.
What are you gonna do against Chris Brown?
I'm not fighting somebody who does crack.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
What do you-
yeah, he
fighting
said-
somebody.
he told-
That man
I'm
doesn't
not
care about
fighting
his
somebody.
own
Hold on,
life.
hold
He
on,
was
hold
like,
on.
in the air.
He told us that y'all had this conversation about Dave East. What's that
Oh
about?
my God, that's my man. That's my man. That's my man.
Dave
What,
East.
Dave
I
East?
thought Justin was your man. Hold
I
on.
just, hey, Will, shake
Let's
your head if
stop
it was
that.
Dave East was just mentioned. I need some kind of social cue here. Was Dave East just mentioned?
Dave
Yeah,
East was just mentioned. Hold on.
I
I
like
need to
it.
put this shit on speaker.
I just kidding. That's not my man. But well, we have a hall passes. So mine's is Davies and his is Megan Thee Stallion, which is valid.
Fair.
That's what I said earlier.
Fair
But
enough.
it's not happening because if it does happen, I'm still murdering you. All right, bye guys.
How you just gonna come? How you gonna come?
Love you.
She's just gonna say that like casually on a recording microphone. Now YouTube gonna flag us.
Her saying you can't fuck Meg Thee Stallion is very funny.
I know, right? Because that's what's
You probably should have told her I look more like Klay Thompson than Dave East.
He not wrong. He
Let
not
her-
wrong.
Tell her you look more like Klay Thompson than Dave East. You got a chance.
What,
with Meg.
who do I look like more? Do I look more like Klay Thompson or Dave East?
Davies. My phone confuses you as Davies.
See,
You look more like Klay Thompson. Tell her Meg
tell her
Thee
put her phone on that.
Meg Thee Stallion in your roundhouse.
He looks like you. Come
Tell her to put her phone on the African American settings.
here.
you said what?
I said, tell her to put her phone on the African American settings. I bet you that shit don't bring up no Davies.
Oh man, that was I know we interrupted the WNBA one, but that was the we got the answers to the question. That's
No,
my wife.
it's
She
all
will not
good.
she will not be a recurring guest on the show if she pops up randomly.
Let's get to the
man.
NFL talk before we get out of here.
Yeah. And I got Tony's picks, which we're gonna get to here in a couple minutes. Hey, you go away. Like, just go watch it on
What is
YouTube.
that?
Help us get the numbers. Week 3,
Like and share.
Yes, like, share, subscribe, all that
What,
shit.
she's still in the room or she left?
No, she right outside the fucking door.
Oh.
Week 3,
her get
starting with
active
our
in the
own
chat.
teams first. Tony, how you feeling? I know it's not until Monday night. But Ravens, Lions, how you feeling about that game? Good, bad, otherwise?
Excited to see how you look against a team that just put up 50. So more so in the offense. Nnamdi Madubuike is out maybe for the season with a neck injury, so that is tough. But
Damn.
I'm excited to see how the young guys look. They gotta. I'm not in a space of like fucking. Oh, these guys are no good. It's like, hey, motherfuckers got to step up. Kyle Van Noy is gonna miss a few weeks with a hamstring. So the young pass rushers that they have and the young guys on defense got to step up and make some plays. So I want to see how that looks against this Lions team. Offensively for the Ravens, I think they'll be fine. I think that they can put up points on anybody. It's just a matter of if the Ravens defense can limit the points for Detroit, because Detroit gonna get their shit off. But I just want to see how that looks. So, excited for the game though. Monday night, Ravens never get a Monday night home game, so that's fun. So let's see how it go.
Is that like a real? When did they play the Rams when they busted the Rams' ass? Wasn't that on Monday night?
No, that was a Sunday afternoon game, like one of them 425 shits.
Damn. When they put up 40 something on the Rams?
Oh, you mean when they beat the shit out the Rams on Monday night?
Yeah. I'm
No,
like,
that
wait a
was
minute.
that was a Monday night game. No, that was
Okay.
Monday night, but that was in LA though. That was in LA. I know what you're talking about. I forgot about that game. Damn. Yeah, that was the Ravens have not played at home on Monday night since they came back versus the Colts in 2021.
Holy shit. That's crazy. I mean, the Broncos haven't either, but that was because the Broncos have stunk it up since 2021. So that's why we don't. But it sucks too, because they play Monday night next week and it's against the Bengals, which I'm like, they should win. But I'm like, it don't even feel good because it's like, all right, nigga, you playing Jake Brown and like, all right. I wanted the run back because they beat us last year. So, but you don't get the run back against Jake fucking Browning. Will, how we feeling? Bears. Wait, I just lost the game. Oh, Bears, Cowboys.
Cowboys. Yep.
So we hoping to get the first win of the season. Like, we don't want this to linger too long, but I can't remember the exact score I said when we recorded on Tuesday, but I think it might have been like 27-24 Bears. I think it's going to be high scoring. Yeah, that's what I got. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I just want to keep seeing the offense shape up, keep seeing the offense start to try to be a little bit more consistent and productive more than anything. So we're going to see.
I don't have an agenda. I like the Bears. I like Caleb Williams.
How come you couldn't just move on? You ain't even have to say that.
Because
you could have
you know how fucked up it's been. I've been told the last 2 weeks that I don't like Caleb. I don't like Chicago. I've been told
you don't, but
like
it's okay.
Knicks.
And this is why you're not welcome in Chicago right now.
Niggas hit me with a new low. Niggas called me a Chiefs fan this week. Like, niggas said I was too.
That was a tough look.
I was too spoiled by success because I wanted to say, "Ayo, does Andy? Are we ever gonna ask the question?" Niggas have questioned Mahomes, Kelsey, everybody. I'm like, anyone ever looked at Andy Reid and said, "Ayo, do you know what your offense has looked like since Eric Bieniemy?" And Andy Reid's an all-time coach. He is not fireable, and I said that. But I'm like, can we just ask the question? And niggas said, "Man, he was just too spoiled with success." I'm like, the fuck, like.
I gotta start giving fantasy football updates on here when I get ridiculous trade offers.
Bring them on.
Because this just made me think before, and I know you about to get to yours. So I had somebody, they wanted to trade me They wanted me to take Colston Loveland and me give them Tyler Warren.
Do you, and I know it's only 2 weeks, do you still feel good about that pick? Obviously, the Bears could have had Warren, but they went with Loveland. Warren was.
I mean, yeah, I think Warren will look the same in this offense right now. Like I think if they just not being productive, they just like
Fair.
if the offense isn't producing,
okay,
the offense isn't
fair.
producing. Like it's not like he's the reason they're not producing. I don't think that's the case. I think he will be at some point in the season. I think he's gonna be a nice part of like the offense because I think he's gonna at some point be our tight end, like our starting tight end over Cole Kmet.
Okay.
But I don't think a player like, I mean, we got Rome, we got DJ, we got multiple players. I think the offense just ain't gelling right now. So I don't think that pick wasn't the difference maker. Because had we not picked the tight end, nobody would be complaining either way. We could have picked any other position. It's not like, oh man, we've been dying for a tight end.
I agree. And this Daniel Jones shit,
That's
Tyler
real.
Warren, he'll get the real Daniel Jones here in about 2 weeks. Like, I don't believe in the Daniel Jones comeback whatsoever.
But yeah,
and they're like, well, they scored on all these drives. Them niggas just kicking mad field goals. He still got sacked, and it's a penalty that they call once every fucking 1,000 times. And it's like, yeah, Denver lost the game. Cool. I'm not nearly as upset as the rest of. I'm gonna get into the Broncos Charger game, and I tweeted this yesterday. Hey, Broncos country, I love y'all, but y'all are fucking annoying, man. I'm as delusional as they come. Trust me. Do we not remember the last 9 years before last season? Niggas getting upset that like Denver was 1-1 and acting like, and again, I think this team has a chance to win 12, 13 games. I stand on that. But to act like this team is some perennial powerhouse and losing the game to the Colts on the road was just this unexcusable loss is fucking insane. Like just, and again, I'm delusional. And I'm telling y'all, like, chill the fuck out. Like, what? And so
Broncos
they
country.
played the Chargers.
Let's ride.
Shout out to Russell
And just
Wilson.
like that, all right, guys.
Shout out
Y'all
to
enjoyed the
Sierra.
group chat podcast.
Shout out to Sierra husband.
Free
that man.
All recordings. Ending all recordings going forward. I'm blocking everybody's number from my phone. And this is why it's dumb of how they've reacted this week. Because if they beat the Chargers today, which again, it's a toss-up game, I'm honestly not like going to be like I'll be depressed for the first 30 minutes after the game, obviously, because I'm me. But it's not some game that if you lose, you're like the season's totally destroyed. Because if you beat the Bengals next week, you're 2-2, whatever. Kansas City's 0-2. I think Kansas City's gonna go 1-3. If they go 0-3, though, man, tomorrow's gonna be a great show. If they beat the Chargers, they're in first place. Like, that's how stupid the conversation is. It's like, bro, you beat the Chargers, you're 2-1, you're in first place. If you feel good, like, again, the things I felt good about this season coming into the season is still what I feel good about now. The offensive line hasn't given up a sack. They're rated number 1. They're starting to run. They're running the ball better. Bo played like dog shit week 1. He played fine in week 2. And this defense, yes, Alex Singleton can't cover a tight end. I've known this the last 4 years watching this man play. That's not what he's there for. Y'all upset because Dre Greenlaw hasn't played yet. I said, and I'm 99% sure this has been said on a microphone. If I'm tripping, Dre Greenlaw and Hufanga, the reason why I was so excited for him is not because them niggas are going to play 17 games. That was the last thing on my mind. I'm like, I know the reason you got them is because they had injury history. So Dre Greenlaw missing a few games, cool. Hufanga's played great. He's also probably going to miss some games because that nigga just runs around with his fucking head cut off. Great player, but reckless as fuck. Yeah, man. If they win today, I obviously think they're going to win today, but it's going to be a tough game. Like, the Chargers are legitimately good. Like, I will give them that credit.
Can we see Justin turn into a Chargers fan? Rep his city?
Fuck no. I'd rather go.
Rep his city.
Well, what used to be his city? I mean, they still in your state.
Nigga, this man team's in our state. There's like,
if you got a California team and you
support
choose the
one of them.
Chargers, that's very funny.
Yeah.
like you might as
You
well.
got
Now,
all
there's
these
a nigga out
California
there.
team and you choose the Broncos.
Listen, man, 3 Super Bowls, 8 appearances. Anyway, there is somebody who exists who was like a Chargers fan,
Wallow edition.
an Angels fan, a Clippers fan, like it's the same shit where like niggas go to like New York and it's like they end up being like a fucking Jets and Mets fan, and it's like that was really who you chose. Like you got the Giants who have won Super Bowls, you got the Yankees who have won World Series, and like you chose the Jets and Mets, and it's like there's a nigga in California who has just picked all the wrong things. I know they exist, and so yeah, man, that shit is. We're gonna get Tony back in a second. What's your go-to game this weekend that does not involve your team? If you're looking at all the games right now, like what's the game that you looking forward to the most to watching?
Hold on, let me pull the
Not
schedule
including your own team.
I got you. Let me get the schedule up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let a nigga say Patriots Steelers.
Patriots Steelers crazy. You can re-ask the question for him too. I got my pick once you ask.
Yeah, we're just going here really quick before we get into your picks. What is the game not involving your team specifically, like, but the number one game you're looking forward to watching? And I said if you choose Steelers, any nigga saying Steelers Patriots just means like you watching the wrong kind of football.
Ew.
So for me, for me, I'm probably going. I like.
Or we got
Eagles Rams.
Wentz, Jake Browning. Oh, would you say Will? I'm sorry.
I said I like Eagles Rams.
That's gonna be a good one.
And then and of course it's Tony's team, but I like Lions Ravens tomorrow too.
I'm actually interested in a few of these games now that I look at it, but off top, I would say Chiefs Giants because I think the Giants pass rush can give that offensive line issues, but I don't know if they can generate the same level of success offensively they had last week. So it kind of got to balance out. And the Chiefs just can't score. So it's something like the rubbers meeting the road type of shit. So that's the game I'm interested in the most.
He kind of took it. Yes, I'm hate watching the fuck out of Chiefs Giants. Man, it's gonna be a good time. Other than that, probably there's so many backup quarterbacks playing this weekend, man. And the niggas start Tua Tagovailoa by choice.
That's how Rick Ross said
it. I just look, man. That's what I wanted to ask Tony real quick. I saw someone say, and I don't know if you believe. I want your opinion on it. Someone said if Tua doesn't get hurt at Alabama, he's a different player. Do you believe that to be true?
I mean, if he don't get hurt at Alabama, he still gets fucking stretched off in the NFL. So what do that mean?
Okay, that's my view. Is I'm like, I think his injury, yes, he had obviously because what was the injury in Alabama? Because that shit made him miss like hip. Yeah. Like that was obviously a crazy injury. He came back from it. I don't think that shit has anything to do with this nigga getting fucking his lights knocked out and concussions every other fucking weekend. And so, yeah, I don't personally, but I was like, hey, maybe that's an opinion people have. Roll Tide. Look, man, after Rams Eagles and like our team's games, there's a lot of it's rough out here, man.
I don't know, man. You gotta have a vision. Falcons Panthers could be interesting. Texans Jaguars, like an 0-3 Texans team, that would fucking be nuts.
So the outcomes could be, I think the actual, like, I just flat out, I don't believe in the Jaguars. So I just think the Texans should win that. Now I thought the Texans should have won one of these other two games as well. So I could just be dead ass wrong on that. But like the outcome could be interesting. But like I don't necessarily think the game is interesting, right? Like the Colts being 3-0 would be an interesting story, especially if Daniel Jones has one of two ways he's going to do. He's either going to be the 2024 Saints, and this team will be the 2024 Saints, or secretly the Colts are last year's Vikings, right? I just don't believe in Daniel Jones, so I'm more inclined to say they are last year's Saints versus last year's Vikings. But if they get to 3-0, you've got to start the conversation, at least. Raiders Commanders would have been interesting, but obviously Jaden Daniels is out. Shout out to the Oregon fucking social media team going, yo, there's 3 Oregon quarterbacks starting this weekend. I'm just like, I guess.
It is. I know 2 of them. Who's the third one?
Mariota.
No, I know that. Who's the other one? I know it's
Herbert and Nix.
Oh, if man did go to Oregon, didn't he?
Don't you got
I
If
forgot he
Man
went to Oregon.
on your teams? Like If Man got you to a 2-0. You
I
got to start
completely
repping If
forgot
Man.
he went to Oregon. I don't know why I thought he went to like UCLA or some shit.
Oh man. Let me pull up this picture here so we get into Tony's ticket. Where'd this shit just go? There it is. All right. Oops. Let's pull this up here. So I guess I'll ask really quick before we pull up the screen. When you're making your picks, what's like the first thing that goes through your mind?
Literally just like what do I think is going to happen, or what do I prefer? Because I don't. When we talking like gambling money wise, I'm not a spread person. I'm a props person, so I don't really gamble spreads. But as far as like picks go, I just go with like what I really feel good about. Like I watch enough of this shit to have a good idea of it.
Come on, computer. Stop fucking with me here. There we go. Full screen this bitch. And then share screen. There we go. Nope, that's sharing that.
Just change to the other screen. I think you should be good if you switch.
That's I'm trying to. I put the picture up, but it's still pulling that because I got his ticket above it. Why? If I just minimize that.
Cardinals 49ers is a low key banger. Because I hate the Cardinals offense, but I also don't know if Mac Jones is going to replicate what he did last week.
Mac Jones is again, talk about storylines. If Kyle Shanahan gets Mac Jones another win,
3-0. 3-0.
3-0 Mac Jones, like that shit would be fucking crazy.
The Packers are just running out of receivers and no one's really talking about it.
The Packers running out of receivers is crazy because they got like all the number twos.
Excuse the minus whatever at. Damn it, that's
facts.
They got all
That's
the,
a
they
fact.
got all the number twos.
So pulling up your ticket here, going through the games. Ignore the minus whatever at. That's my fault. The Vikings Bengals, just quick 1 to 2 sentences, like your thoughts going into each of these games.
Bengals defense is still bad. The Titans are better than the 0-2 would indicate. The Browns. Oh, the Rams should. The Rams. That Eagles offense is a problem, and I'm not one to get out of my mind about 2 weeks, but that Eagles offense is an issue, and the Texans have to win today. Like they have to.
That's valid. That's valid. The excuse me. I guess my only one when I was looking through all your picks, the one I guess I'm the most nervous of is Green Bay hasn't played since Thursday. And it's like when I gave my picks on Friday, one of the things with the Chargers is I think the Chargers are good. I don't necessarily think they're as good as people are saying currently. So there's a little bit of like, and I get it. You 2-0, you're going to get overhyped. Cool. I may watch it, but I'm honest. I think there is some nerves with the Packers, the spread being that high. Haven't played since Thursday. Everyone's saying how great they are, myself included. I think they're one of the best teams in the NFL right now. Like, I'd be a little nervous about that big of a number. Unless you just really think they're just the Browns are just.
I just think bad. I think the Browns defense is pretty good. All jokes aside, but I think the Packers defense might be on one of them runs. Like I think they might just be on one. They fly around. Like they play so fast. I just don't know what that Browns offense can do against that Green Bay defense. Like that Packers. I think the Packers defense is going to go on a run this season.
No, that's valid. That's valid as fuck. Mike is going crazy. Shout out to. I don't know if it's a shout out. Jerry Jones, after that trade, trying to say, well, we're going to be better against the run. Like, that was the problem with Micah Parsons. It's fucking nuts. And people running with that for like a good week of like, yeah, teams are now they can be better. And it's like, bro, it's Micah fucking Parsons. Like, what are we talking about? Like, no, he's not Myles Garrett. Okay, great. Welcome to 99% of niggas that ever play this sport. They're not Myles Garrett. Congrats. Like, that was nuts. Will, you want to take a not a shot, but a question Tony about any of his games here? By the way, Tony went 4-1 last week. I went 1-4. I'm trying to catch up. So on the note of keeping score,
Would have been 5-0, but never put your hopes in a fucking 30-year-old sophomore quarterback.
Damn, that's crazy. You want to trust Jaden Daniels? That's crazy.
A white 30-year-old sophomore quarterback.
I ain't got nothing for that. That's valid. That's valid.
No, I like all the picks. I think I share the same. Well, shared. I think initially the same concerns with that minus 8.5 for the Packers, but yeah, the Browns' offense is ass.
That's a fact.
The Packers' offense isn't consistent, but they'll probably have more success than the Browns for sure. I'm with it. I'm rolling.
Like the Packers can win that game 17-3. Like,
yeah, like they don't have to score a lot. They just gotta score more than them.
Does Joe Flacco have a touchdown this year?
Good question. When isn't Jerry Jeudy dropping every fucking thing?
What? I just need to know what happened to Jerry Jeudy, man. I remember, like, I went through the text.
He played for the Broncos, and yeah. Oh, my bad, Joe. My bad, Joe.
It's ever since Steve Smith called him out. I went through my old text, and like when the Broncos drafted Jerry Jeudy, Tony like sent me like, and Tony don't like Tony will compliment players like when they're in college going to Denver, and then the compliments stop. But like he had some really nice things about Jerry Jeudy. He was like, nah,
he knows me, everybody. He knows me well.
And he was like, yeah, I know he does this really well. Like this really nice list of compliments. And all right, dope. So I was hyped for Jerry Jeudy. First year, Drew Lock, all right, whatever. You can throw it out, Drew Lock. They get Russ, and it's like, all right. And then in that week one, the very first game, Russ in Seattle, Jerry Jeudy throws the bomb. Jerry kind of goes back, catches, throws a touchdown. I'm hyped. I'm like, oh, we got one. There's been a lot of what the fuck if. And another stupid thing fucking Broncos fans do is they bitch about letting him go. They like, oh, he would have been the best receiver on the team. And I'm like, did we not watch the same fucking game? Like, this nigga was dropping shit from the day he got here. Like, and I gave him a pass with the previous quarterback. I'm like, bro, like, he was never.
But y'all ain't like Russ either.
I don't like Russ. But
I wasn't fucking with Sierra Husband, which is crazy.
Like, when. It's just insane to me. There was like, because niggas was pissed. Like when Cortland got his contract, they was like, man, that should have been Jerry's money. And I'm like, what the fuck are y'all watching? Like, the Browns gave him that money, and I watched this nigga drop 3 passes.
Another nigga bread is crazy.
Saying that should be Jerry Judy's money is very funny to me.
I was just like, man, what the fuck are we doing? Oh man. So yeah. So shout out to that again. I'm trying to make a comeback here. I think we're only aligned on one game at the moment as far as score. I think we both have Rams the plus 3.5. Again, I have the Rams as my Super Bowl team from the NFC and winning the Super Bowl. So I do think they're betting the Eagles. I think the Eagles offense will be fine, but it has been a rough 2 weeks. Like that's two things can be true. I think they'll be fine because I think there's too much talent there, but it's been a rough 2 weeks. And I think they're going to start overly penalizing the tush push because Tom Brady decided to call that shit out. Y'all think Tom's cheating? Because they was upset.
I don't understand that story this whole week. I don't really get what that's about.
So, mind you, he had to get clearance from the NFL this offseason. And so the NFL's already aware this was going to happen. And it was, is there a conflict of interest in Tom Brady being a commentator, which gets special privileges and access to shit because you're calling the game of the week, players, all that. And then also being an owner, a minority owner of the Raiders. And so they already had to lay out, hey, what is your role going to be? What can you do? And there is things, even as an owner, where normally it'd be like, you own that shit. You could go and do whatever the fuck you want. Tom has restrictions because he is also working with Fox as a commentator. But he's allowed to be in the coach's box because one of the things he wants to do is he's really trying to press upon like good coaching, doing things the right way. And so he wants to kind of make sure like, hey, are these guys in the coach's booth actually doing their job? And so people are like, oh, is that cheating? And of course, anytime it's Tom and cheating, you get niggas bring up fucking Deflategate and Spygate and all that shit. And they're like, well, just what the fuck he does. And I'm like, I don't think it's a big deal, but like, look, man,
I've watched these Bill Belichick games in North Carolina. They ain't cheating enough, apparently.
That's another, bro. That's another one. Bill Belichick, and I know we got to go because I'm not competing with the NFL and the game's about to start. Bill Belichick is not Deion Sanders because I have not heard a fucking
in many
word,
ways.
Not heard a fucking word about UNC. And UNC, I don't know if they won yesterday, but they were 2-1.
They did not. They did not.
They did not. Okay,
they got their ass beat.
But like nobody kept talking about it. And I'm like, niggas was talking about Colorado, even that first season when they were horrible. Like he is not. I understand they're still going to sell tickets and Bill's the greatest defensive mind in history of football, and he's got that. And until another nigga gets close, he's still the greatest head coach ever because 6 rings is 6 rings. I don't know what y'all want to do with the man. And like fucking 8 trips to the Super Bowl, right? Yeah, because they lost to Eli. 7? No, 9. Gosh, damn. Yeah, because Eagles lost and 2 Giant losses.
Lost to Eli twice and lost to what's his name?
Nick Foles. Yeah, man.
Yeah, Nick Foles. Yeah.
So until another nigga gets to 9, I'm not entertaining the conversation of who's second. But he don't got the juice like Prime did, and like that's just apparent. So, yeah, man. With that being said, appreciate everybody. Amen. With that being said, appreciate everybody as always. Don't forget, find us on Spotify, Apple, wherever you listen to your podcast. Appreciate tuning in for YouTube. Appreciate y'all tuning in on Twitch. And because TikTok has a million stupid rules, I'm going to go live this week for a couple random appearances to get my credentials in so that we can go live from here. So the goal is to be live on TikTok as well next week, but them niggas want to keep giving me new rules. So with that being said, appreciate y'all as always, and we'll catch y'all next week.
Drop y'all social security numbers in the chat.
Unless you're a Steelers fan.
Thanks.